bound within.
Oh, hey, Way. There's
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about.
this is. I circled it. Nurtured
Where do you even
by the
find this
silence we
place,
stole.
this
Hard to
church?
say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
What was that about coffee? I feel like I've heard it somewhere
Look,
before.
man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Do you know where the other spooker is? Pointed the strange machines
Oh, the
around.
spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
The Aita is Grandma?
Right, thanks. I'll see if I can find her some
You just
other.
have to wait until she comes back, or...
Or search through her radio computer.
Okay then, thanks. Should forever run away.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
A machine. The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but you can sense that he doesn't like you
Yes, but this machine looks like the one in Doomed
It's
commercial.
also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Wait, let me just investigate this.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing
inside the
behind the
compartment.
hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good evening. Votre accident en Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Fortuitous accident, like the one in a Doomed commercial.
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun. That's the church. And Rue de Saint-Guylaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
I look inside. I know. You've Nate, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the car, but the tape to the filament just said log February, March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
No.
A hint system is not part.
Still no.
I'm afraid we are not.
No. Can you repeat votre accident? Is there anything else good?
Let's look around.
Repeat votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
Good evening. Votre
The machine's key. Nothing happens.
Через угач, слава колокольцу. Shields of river runaways.
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Have you by any chance heard the Verita say the password to our radio
Too
computer?
many times, essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Just tell me what's the password.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it. I think we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
The machine's keyboard, the speak.
Good evening. Good. Please repeat.
Afterlife
Good.
death.
I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything?
The machine's keyboard, the printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to
Our
the case?
case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
The machine's keyboard, the first arrived, the lieutenant.
4th of February.
Read this
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Read the third
7th
entry.
of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an
Why
antenna?
would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Read the
8th
fourth
of
entry.
February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible, They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
I think
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people?
I think
Those
these
people.
people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Read the
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
reads the 6th century.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
Read the
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? Look at the water basin.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
58.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing
The
herself.
girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the
March
mist.
51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into the radio computer, and the story must be plain
I
sense.
knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Read the
March
10th.
51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I can assure you I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access coalition military
There
data.
are no coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network.
Yes, I could. I'm a cybernetic god. I'm using Abraham Porta to The collision warship anchor will turn its cannons against its
That's
mast.
nonsense. You're just a police officer. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
Sorry, but who are you? What are you
I
doing
am
here?
Soona Luukkanen Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager. That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Yes, what is it?
Why are there so many machines in
I
this
brought
place?
them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
What are you doing with your radio
I'm
computer?
working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point? I really need to focus on something.
Why do you need an
I
antenna?
use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
RAM perfect at your radio computer,
Mm-hmm.
right? That antenna is its
Yes.
processing unit?
You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not
All
really.
right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And the R1, is it a good
I guess
antenna?
it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
What about those balls of water?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right, I'll try not to touch them.
Great.
Next question.
I brought them here. These are
Isn't
my
your round
machines.
perfect
Please
radio
don't touch
computer made
anything.
exclusively for government
So you
use?
do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
So why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and RAIN Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a RAIN prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see ream prefects in every police department, for example.
Did you steal it?
No! No, of course not. I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I bought it from her. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIN Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as the Civic, but it does work better with newer antenna models. So I'm not complaining. Great.
How do you feel about the Nordic dance
What?
music?
I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Okay, well, that was quick. Why do you hate
Maybe
it?
I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about the club for an Nordic dance
This is
music?
about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build
Take a
then?
guess, why don't you?
Maybe some community space to help the elderly?
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
What are you doing in an abandoned
You
church?
really like those questions, don't you?
I have been completed from
I'm
your neighbors.
conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for
What
the
research?
location of a 2 mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your chart?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I
Um
just want to
bocadinho,
solve
vamos
a problem.
fazer dinner, ok? Olha,
Ai,
olha, tu estás com. Nossa, estás em casa e tu não podes pôr no canto, não é?
não.
Pois não.
Sim. Quer dizer, não. I don't know. Oh, I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder so I can go home.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Ah, hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
That's all I wanted to know about this scary 2 mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks. The swallow, you mean? What about it?
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why
There's
there?
this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the crab
I
man
know.
hides. You don't think crab might be responsible?
No, I don't.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why
Because
not?
it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks.
Have you seen the crab
Nope.
man? But you know he's
Yes.
around. You must have seen him. And the crab man
I
has
don't
seen
care. I don't care about crabmen. Nope. Yes. And...
Okay, it's probably not
No.
a big deal then.
You're right.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you. The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's
As
more.
that terrible word passes through your mind, The lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Visual capture station.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious and a jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-brimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto? What does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death,
Death.
after.
Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like this. Puts the fear of God back in the.
You are brutal and done. Death, this exaltation, it was deemed justice, union, prudence, and force. So do I. Death, this exaltation is justice, union, prudence, and force. Not at all. Death, this exaltation is justice. Eyes cool.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on the cracked
Sickle
pane of
heavier.
Oh. Oh.
the mother of humanism stands above you,
I
a
know this
precious and
is
complex
the
wax
mother of
painting
humanism.
on the despite the damage you've done to yourself. The title appears lodged in your hippocampus, This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of
The
this.
highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit. In a
Her?
way, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built from the ground up to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office?
No, we are alone.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What
The
happened?
Mesk state tried to detach itself from inauthentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Euphrator, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's
That
beautiful.
she is. A great sacred piece. I wonder what we are doing here, however. In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of the
It's a
place?
minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
Okidoki.
Okidodo.
A touch of absurdity there. Nice.
Ask him. Alright. Vou à procura de assinaturas. Almost. Yeah, rainbow. Almost. Almost.
Yes?
Não. Ah, deixa eu ver o que acontece. So, I shaved.
Yes. Mm, I don't know what to say. Perhaps.
I knew I shouldn't have. I knew I didn't still did it. What
No,
an idiot.
no, it's okay, I guess. I may have preferred the mutton chops. They sort of seem to cover the. Either way, good on you. You were saying?
That's a knock-like winked kink and unsuccessful model. Onde é que está a abelha já? Onde é que a abelha está? Ah, lembrei.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it
I
for me?
can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Suit yourself.
Have
Patience
30 minutes to
obviously
feel
isn't your... Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
I got Louis' signature. Will you sign the paper?
Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign.
Wait, you
You need to
promised.
check your facts, officer. I said no such thing.
True. She only said she wouldn't even consider signing before Lillian.
What do you have against it?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep. Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no change in it. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Suggest. Tem alguma coisa que não era a minha sugestão? Vestir a sugestão. Já está a ver se
Our
se
tenant, the
convenceu.
policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at...
It's really
Oh.
in her best interest to listen to you. You know how the world works.
Deixa-se tentar mais umas vezes porque eu preciso acertar este cheque para continuar a missão.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't...
It's really
Vou tentar mais uma vez. E faço depois.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves...
It's really in her best interest to listen to you. You know how the world works.
Perhaps some financial composition would change your mind?
Cops bribing citizens. Doesn't it usually go the other way around? Do you know who takes the cream of these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, Claire's accountants in La Delta. Have some integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony.
It's okay. She's emotional right now. Keep at it. Wear her out. You know, there could be another way. You need to go someplace private and discreet, though. Like your shack.
Using it to expand the contender cycle. Nice.
You take the youth center cuts into the...
Push. I hope this could attack. No, handwritten note from the fridge. Yes.
The note is written with a blue...
No. Push. On time. White envelope.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. The youth center.
Let's see, you can... Deixa eu ver se eu consigo então para ver se os bêbados assinarem a cena. Is she snoring? Sim, mas pelo menos ela não se engasga com o próprio cenário.
Uncle.
Hey, wake
There's
up.
no waking him from his...
Tequila
I brought you
sunset.
some booze. Will you tell me your
Of
name?
course. Drink first, story later.
I've got this blue medical spirit. How
No,
about
no, no. Contrary to popular belief, I enjoy being alive.
I don't want to give you any of my alcohol. I might have more use for it.
That very well might be the case, but looking at you, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Not much, but it will do.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder / junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
The jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
His eyes are clouded. His dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. the reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
Go
I
on.
made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You've got to be shitting
I
me.
wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
Okay, so
I
what
rang my neighbors' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best. Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
Wait, is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me. So they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
There's the East Black Point in the world, a hole. It's already claimed an entire commercial area. Maybe another one of its victims.
This would explain a lot. I always believed it wasn't my fault that I ended up homeless on the beach with these two bums. God bless them, though. I'd be alone without them. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Why do you keep losing all your
Good
stuff?
fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
A lost jacket? Sounds like a mystery you could look into.
What's this about the lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
You mean this jacket that I discovered on the boardwalk and had been on the way?
Nah, this isn't it. Found? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style.
So you're saying there's another lost jacket out there
It's
somewhere?
a big world out there, Tequila. A lot of lost jackets in it. Don't know why you'd think this could possibly be mine.
Hey, Doom Spiral. Ain't that the jacket you stole the other week?
Not on your fucking life, Rosemary. What's wrong with you people? Like I'd be caught dead wearing foul, like some low-concept bicycle courier. Tell you what, Tequila. Why don't you just hang on to that one? I'll get another jacket. Someday.
At least you got a nice jacket for your troubles. Okay.